as intended and promised. This is joining again, or rejoining in the in-between. I said I would do this morning. It is now the evening. And I feel such a drive to do it. Am I speaking to anyone? Part of me so deep knows that I am, and yet my conscious mind could say that I'm not, that I am simply displaying a complete madness that basically everyone I know would perhaps agree with. And so I talk to invisible people. Anyway, screw it. I left the beach so long ago. I passed the point of no return so long ago. And so I want to be sure, here again at the beginning, that I am talking to the people up to date with the circus. Good evening, lights. Good evening, Stasis. Good evening, invisible people. Will I spend the rest of my life in this limbo, in this in-between? I pray I will not. I simply know I will not. And yet, I am just a person reaching for an invisible dream. Please, anyone that's not up to date with the circus, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. Who the hell does? I can't help feeling very alone at times, you know. I know I am not. And you guys that I know I'm connecting with, I'm sure would have had similar experiences at times. Unless you're lucky enough to have a beautiful group of people around you. To help raise you, keep you. I believe that raft that I'm so certain is growing is just that. And I want to climb on that raft with you. I don't know what I'm going to say now. I surrender. I relinquish all expectation. I have stated very clearly over this year the trust I have in this. in this unfolding of myself, in this knowing of a dream that has become so important to me, and yet I have no one to share it with. Here, in a like one-to-one, one-to-some situation. I don't know what to do except trust. All the messages I receive here, all the messages I want to listen to be honest, because I could get all upset if I wanted to. So, oh, it's awesome here, by the way. Awesome's keeping this circus going. Number one's keeping to himself. Guess he's having all the fun. And I am too. My trust in this journey, throughout this journey, has had to take root, if you like. Guys, I just want to spend this time. It's not going to be a long one. But I want to spend this time with people that can relate to me. I get impatient, not so much with myself, but I have trouble entertaining blindness to this, because it is simply too important to me. If I am to be ignored and tucked away and hidden for the rest of my life, then I take that on. If I am to die, then I take that on. I've spent my life knowing that this can finish at any moment. Awkward. I don't want it to. I want us on earth to ascend. And I want to share that understanding and that knowledge with people on that wavelength. To get to those people on that wavelength has become my quest, has become my mission. I know you're out there. I see you. And yet I am held in this limbo. Am I holding myself in this limbo? I have to trust. We have to trust. Anyway, keep it light. Keep it light. Just got back from work. It's 7 in the evening now. 12 hours after the last message. I have maintained that certainty through my day again. So I take that as a success. The flooding out of all doubts, I feel, is the journey we are on. My desire to speak to you guys gets just stronger and stronger. Surely in manifestation and focus, that is the way forward. So I gain hope from doing this. And to be honest, I just want to speak to those willing to listen to this wavelength. Do I know what I'm doing? Yes, on some level, I certainly do. I have a trust that is just grown and grown. Do I get help on that journey? Yes, endlessly. So what part of it, what part of me is it that ever tries to slip me up? It is my mind. It can only be my mind. Stepping out of this, I really feel like I'm being pulled out of this matrix by the very people I want to be with, the connections I've made and experienced. Take on more of a reality than what I deal with in my days. I pray. I pray to draw to me, to join with those people, with my tribe, with people on this quest. Goodness me, what a situation. How can we lighten it up, this in-between? It is gratitude. It is consciousness. Stepping forward in uncertainty, embracing uncertainty. I want to help. I know that I can help. I know I am helping. I am certain these words get through to the people that I want to talk to. Humility is an endless need for me. And yet I must have self-confidence and courage. And I think I can balance that with that humility. And I just want to say, not giving up. I have too big a dream to ever give up. I'm not letting go of the connection I feel to the divine. The trust that is growing. Not faith, it is knowledge. It is a knowing that I am connected and have always been. I'm so seen. This, I reckon, there will be some of the greatest comedy. I'm pretty sure some of it will be at my expense or joy. But I feel so seen. Even though I talk to invisible people. Like I say, this is not going to be a long one because it's quite late. I need to eat. And I'm still in my work clothes, so I need to have a shower. I believe this honesty, authenticity is the only way I can approach this subject. I don't really have the ability, the resources to dress this up, to dress me up. I am being completely honest with you, completely. Right, talking about honesty. Everyone out for a minute, because I know and have felt, and I pray this is not a mistake. I would like to very humbly talk to the wild bird's mother, someone I am fairly certain, 100% certain, I have met back in May 2021 in an experience. I said I'd be honest, and I am being completely honest to you. You can edit this however you like. I realise the importance of talking to you. And I did, funnily enough, over all the experiences, I found it easier to talk to you. You know, I was completely present. Your fireplace looked wonderful, with the water running in front of it. Then the fire wasn't even lit, as I have remarked. Through the experience, I said it must look beautiful with the fire lit, and you said it does. Some months later, I saw you again in an experience, and there was so much going on, so many other people vying for my attention, and I saw you do a kind of double take, like you were observing me. You drifted away, if you like. And it felt like a failure on my part that I wasn't aware enough at the time. And I guess that is the simple truth, because what came to pass was just that. This is a long time ago now. I very humbly want to say, like, I respect you completely. You're the wild bird's mum. And what can I say? Except I am who I am. And I am going through a process that you perfectly understand. And in that process, I am becoming better. I offer nothing other than that, a desire to improve, to get better. And I know that you are a big character in this story. And I'd just like to say I'd love to see that fireplace with the fire lit. You know the nature of the journey I'm on. And I would say, give us a break, you know. I don't want to cause any further problems to anyone. I would just really enjoy some clarity and a little bit of movement forward. And I know you're an important person that I humbly want to reach out to now. Everyone back in, thank you for the privacy, by the way. This is more important. My method of putting it out there seems to be all I'm left with. And I pray for your understanding and forgiveness if I need it. All right. Well, that was a little bit funny. Orson still here. Some things must be overcome here. Me personally, this link, this hiding, must be overcome. If the dream I am so certain of is to happen, these things must stop being obstacles and barriers. And I just want to say, I'm certain we can do it. Everyone. And the mission is far more important than any interpersonal issues between me and anyone. I can overcome them. I can help us all find a simple path forward here, and that is more important than the mistakes or my perceived lacks. So I want to reach out with unconditional love to everyone on this, the joining again in the in-between. I pray the ones listening have understanding and respect for what I say. I'm not trying to do anything other than move forward on this journey. And I know that you're very important to me on that journey. And I want to make it all okay. Simple as that. So a little roundup for everyone of just the journey of this, to keep it going, to keep it light. Let us stay the course and begin to truly trust in that invisible, to trust in that higher power, and to trust in ourselves. You know, for me to open my heart to you will come in so many ways. The uniqueness of who I am and who everyone is. I must have this courage to maintain it in my day against all the odds, if you like. That's how I feel. With a beautiful feeling of just going, look, no, you're at the oasis. Keep going. Keep trusting. And that water and shelter will be there. And I just want to reach out a hand of friendship, solidarity, and trust on this journey that I have no one to reach out to in my perceived world around me now. So I want to reach through that screen and say, I'm here. I know who I am. And I beg you to take another step with me, another step in this in-between. Because I get something from that. I get something from this little connection. And I want you to have that grin on your face. All of you. All of you. I know what I'm doing. All right. Slightly subdued. Honest. Trusting. Certainly not boring. You've got to give me that. And an absolute message of acceptance, surrender to what will unfold, because that is all I've got. So anyway, tomorrow is celebrating in the in-between. And I really look forward to that. And I pray I have said no wrong. I'm saying no wrong. Will say no wrong. And I trust. So, lots of love to everyone that I'm not talking to. Invisible people. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Let's get some dinner. Authentically. And a shout out to everyone, and a special hey to the wild bird, the one I always just want to talk to. I got so silly. Way past the point. I pray I get a chance to make good on all of this with everyone I need to make good with, because I truly, truly believe I can, if we would just step through this path. I commit myself to the inner work, and I trust in the help that I am receiving. I simply dedicate myself to this work, regardless of outcome. And I want you all to be happy. I want you all to have the most abundant and joyful life possible. So big shout out to you all. Think you're fantastic. Talk to you tomorrow. Journeying in between. I see you. Thank you.